I think it was important to get to know her off the court because I do think that, connections, getting to know people really play a part in the success of teams. And it's really awesome to get to know her as well.
The Caitlin Clark effect is taking the WNBA by storm. Fans are going wild, arenas are packed, and the league is receiving more attention than ever before. This surge in popularity isn't just boosting viewership, it's completely transforming the landscape of women's basketball. But the biggest impact isn't only on the fans, it's on the players themselves. So what do WNBA stars really think of Caitlin Clark and everything she's brought to the game? Caitlin's incredible shooting, confidence, and court vision have earned her praise from players across the league. Yet, what about her direct opponents? The ones who have to guard her every night. Do they see her any differently now that she's lighting up the league? Her teammates also share unique insights into her character, the kind of details that most fans never get to see. And when the most talked about name in the WNBA brings this much attention, even iconic legends can't help but weigh in. This is where it gets interesting. Lexie Hull, one of Caitlin's teammates, has revealed untold things about Clark that might just change how fans view her completely. But before we get there, we need to talk about one of the biggest names in women's basketball, Breanna Stewart. A two-time WNBA MVP, Stewart has been one of the league's most dominant forces. Her first MVP came in 2018. The same year, she led her team to a WNBA championship. 2 years later, she claimed another ring, solidifying her legacy as one of the greats. Stewart represents everything the WNBA wants in a superstar: skill, leadership, and global impact, both on and off the court. She's a true ambassador for women's basketball, which makes her praise for Caitlin Clark even more meaningful. Perhaps it's because Breanna Stewart once stood in the same spotlight. Coming out of college, she was the #1 overall pick in the 2016 WNBA draft. She knows exactly what it's like to carry that kind of hype, and how tough it is to live up to it when every opponent is determined to test you.
Obviously, when you come into this league and you're a #1 pick, everyone's going to know where you are on the court at all times. She's looking to make the pocket pass and continue to, that's going to be the growth of this team over the season, is them figuring out what the right spots are depending on what defenses are going to do. So, I think that us up here, it's respect. Obviously, we know she's a great player, and just trying to do whatever we can to make it tough.
It is exciting to see this kind of competitive mindset directed towards Caitlin Clark from someone who is currently the top of the league. Breanna Stewart spoke about making things tough for rookie Caitlin Clark during the season, even while her team had just won the WNBA championship. It shows that Stewart is a fierce competitor who sees Caitlin Clark as a genuine threat. This is the kind of competitive spirit that leads to consistent success in the league. Breanna Stewart clearly views Caitlin Clark has appeared despite the difference in their professional experience. She is absolutely right in believing that WNBA players are competitors, yet still need one another to elevate the league. As a whole, Breanna Stewart has experienced the rise in WNBA viewership firsthand, and has been in the league long enough to meet the star predecessors who paved the way. She understands that Caitlin Clark is already one of the WNBA superstars, changing the game. Stewart's response reflects this awareness. She is both appreciative of the change Clark is bringing and determined as a competitor to make Clark prove she deserves all the glory.
It's going to be a collective win for all. And now that, she's a part of our league and a part of our 144, even though we're competing against each other, we're making sure that we're continuing to lift up this league together. And I think that's what's the most important thing behind it. Obviously, we have to put the best talent on the court every night, but making sure that, there's growth. I think that when I first started in the league, some teams weren't even making revenue.
The WNBA has been changing rapidly. We can look back to another legend who retired in 2022. Sue Bird finished her WNBA career as one of the most decorated players in league history. Listening to someone with such a long and successful career offers valuable perspective on the young career of Caitlin Clark. Bird's career began as the WNBA's first overall pick back in 2002, and her experience allows her to understand the immense pressure Caitlin is facing today. She emphasizes that the pressure is even greater now, Because the game has grown significantly compared to when she was drafted over 2 decades ago, let's not forget that she probably has arguably the most pressure that any women's basketball player has ever had coming into the WNBA. I mean, sometimes it feels like the weight of the WNBA is on her shoulders. That is both, like I said earlier, a compliment and warranted in a lot of ways.
Let's not forget that she probably has arguably the most pressure that any, women's basketball player has ever had coming into the WNBA. I mean, sometimes it feels like the weight of the WNBA is on her shoulders. That is both, like I said earlier, a compliment and warranted in a lot of ways, but also maybe a little bit unfair to put so much on her.
She's right in saying that the young rookie shouldn't be carrying an entire sports league. There is no reason Caitlin Clark should be receiving so much hate and animosity from other players. Then again, resilience is just another notable trait of Caitlin Clark. While other WNBA players and fans praise her talent, few acknowledge her mentality. One of the players who has given her credit is WNBA champion Kelsey Plum. You might expect more pushbacks since Plum was speaking on the Pat McAfee show where Pat McAfee teased her relentlessly that the league now belongs to Caitlin Clark, and that the Kelsey Plum era is over. There was also a direct passing of the torch moment between these two stars back in their college days. Caitlin Clark surpassed Kelsey Plum's record as the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I women's basketball. People like Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark achieve records like these because they show up every single day to put in the work. These are achievements in the style of a marathon rewards for longevity and resilience. Kelsey Plum recognizes that Caitlin Clark has this same quality and has given her well-deserved praise for it.
I think that Caitlin, what people don't talk about is mentally, she's an absolute beast. So I think that is going to help her more than anything because it's not if you fail, it's when you fail and how able your bounce back, your resilience.
Yeah.
So Caitlin will be great. She can shoot it from deep and she can pass. All those things will really, really help her at the next level.
The mental adjustment is an often overlooked aspect of transitioning from college to the professional league. Caitlin Clark seems to be handling it well. Her start in the WNBA was rougher than expected, but she improved as the season progressed. That's a clear sign of Caitlin Clark's mental toughness. Every time she faced setbacks, she found a way to rise above them. It was very promising to see how she navigated the challenges of adapting to a new league. It's definitely strange that people would hate on Caitlin Clark. After all the positives she has brought to the league, even fellow WNBA stars recognize this. Caitlin has been selling out tickets at an unprecedented rate, and everyone has benefited financially. Listen to how Dallas Wings star Sutta Sabali discusses this on Paul George's podcast.
Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. Like, she's selling out gyms, of course. Like, why would you hate against that?
Exactly.
We had a sold-out home opener. Like, I think it was a practice game. Like, it wasn't even serious. And it was sold out. Like, we benefited from that because now we have all our fans there, and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing.
Caitlin Clark being described as her own economy is both powerful and accurate, especially coming from a fellow WNBA star. It's refreshing to see Sutta Sabali acknowledge Caitlin's impact, rather than showing jealousy over the attention she receives. These are exciting times for women's basketball, and players should embrace this new wave with open arms instead of resisting it out of bitterness. Many already recognize that Caitlin Clark is destined to collect multiple WNBA awards soon. Sabrina Ionescu even noted that the accolades will come naturally if Caitlin maintains her relentless work ethic. Sabrina herself helped pioneer the three-point revolution that's reshaped the league since her debut season in 2020, when she also captured Rookie of the Year honors, just like Caitlin Clark. Accomplishments come to those who deserve them. WNBA players who tirelessly work on their craft, such as Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark, are bound to be deserving record holders for the skills they develop. Sabrina holds the single-season record for most three-point field goals, made with 128 in the 2023 season. However, in the 2024 season, Caitlin Clark made her mark in the WNBA history books by sinking 22 three-pointers in a single season, giving her the second highest single-season total in league. history, and incredible feat in just her rookie year, many have compared the playing styles of these two WNBA stars. As they both excel at shooting from long range, Sabrina famously went head-to-head with Steph Curry during the NBA All-Star Weekend at the press conference. Afterward, she teased that she could even team up with Caitlin Clark for a rematch. That's the level Caitlin Clark is already reaching. Right out of the gate, she is on par with the all-time great shooters who are now enamored with her game and eager to play or compete alongside her. One thing is certain, we will all be tuning in to watch this legendary matchup. If it happens, Caitlin will undoubtedly surpass Sabrina's WNBA single-season three-point field goals made record in no time. So Sabrina would be fortunate to have her as a partner against Steph Curry. In fact, anyone would be lucky to be teammates with Caitlin Clark. Her skills create an intense gravity for opposing defenses, something other stars have already praised. All the attention is on her, not just from fans, but also from the defenders tasked with stopping her. This focus gives her teammates more room to shine. It works because of Caitlin Clark's unique mentality, selfless and team-oriented, while other stars might develop massive egos from having such popularity and talent, resulting in tunnel vision that limits a winning style of basketball. Caitlin Clark is built differently. Lexie Hull is one of Caitlin Clark's teammates and was the 6th overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft. If Caitlin Clark is the Steph Curry of the WNBA, then Lexie Hull could very well be the Klay Thompson in that pairing. She offers strong perimeter defense and adds even more shooting alongside Caitlin. The two have developed great chemistry both on and off the court. They're good friends who hang out at events that aren't even related to basketball. You can see their camaraderie in the way they banter at post-game press conferences and on social media. Most importantly, it shows in how they play together on the court. There has been a noticeable improvement in Lexie's game ever since Caitlin Clark joined her. Lexie was immediately excited when she found out that the Indiana Fever had drafted Caitlin Clark. She was quick to praise Caitlin's offensive prowess and how it would instantly transform the Indiana Fever's offense. Caitlin's presence makes the game much easier for Lexie and the rest of her Indiana Fever teammates. Once they started playing together and spending time off the court, Lexie quickly realized how mature Caitlin Clark is. She truly appreciates Caitlin's personality and mindset despite the challenges that her position brings. Lexie likely sees examples of the personal struggles more than most people as she spends time with Caitlin away from the cameras. Her insight into Caitlin as a person is valuable as it gives us another dimension to appreciate her greatness. Fun is an underrated aspect of winning basketball. We can bring things back to the Steph Curry and Klay Thompson comparison because that dynamic duo had a lot of fun playing together. It's important for a team to enjoy playing together, to stay motivated and committed every day. Oftentimes, the success of a team relies on the chemistry between teammates in the locker room. It's crucial for any franchise player to foster the right atmosphere for their teammates to flourish. Of course, Caitlin Clark is not all fun and games off the court. You don't develop skills and success like hers without taking the work seriously. We fans can't even begin to comprehend the amount of effort she puts into her basketball craft. Hearing from her teammates like Lexie Hull helps paint a clearer picture of her dedication. Caitlin Clark is described as being intense behind the scenes, even during simple practices and drills. This overly competitive attitude is exactly what you want from your team leader. It sets a good example for the rest of the team and shows that Caitlin is the type of player you can rely on. You would want to be her teammate rather than her opponent. You can easily trust her with the ball, knowing she has obsessively practiced her shot hundreds of times. This determination also lifts the spirits of everyone in the locker room. Caitlin Clark is exactly the type of person you choose to go to battle with on the basketball court. Her teammates, like Lexie Hull, must have been motivated to practice harder after witnessing Caitlin's work ethic and wanting to match it to some degree. The effects of this are evident in their improved statistics, and we will see how far this improvement goes as they continue to develop in the coming seasons. Another teammate of Caitlin Clark is Kelsey Mitchell, who was the 2nd overall pick in the 2018 WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. During a post-game press conference, she was interviewed about Caitlin Clark and the team. Throughout the interview, Caitlin tried to redirect the attention to her teammates, demonstrating her leadership qualities. The entire team feeds off the new wave of attention brought in by Caitlin Clark. Kelsey mentioned this herself during the press conference, sounding inspired by the fresh energy Caitlin has brought to the Fever. It's clear that this movement has given the team a positive boost. The WNBA has consistently thrived on fresh talent coming from college. Many years ago, Ark Ogunbell was also a college phenom like Caitlin Clark. She led her Notre Dame team to an NCAA championship. In 2018, Ark's strong college run featured her fair share of heated scoring flurries and iconic clutch baskets. There are some similarities in the playing styles of Caitlin Clark and Ark Ogunbell this past season. Both players ranked in the top 10 for both assists and scoring. Clark and Ariki were ranked first and second respectively in three-point shooting in the league. Ark Ogunbell is now in her prime. She was the scoring champion in 2020 and the steals leader in 2024, proving her prowess on both ends of the floor. She also just won the All-Star Game MVP award for the second time in her career. During the press conference after the game, she spoke about Caitlin Clark. Aya Wilson welcomes the massive crowd that Caitlin Clark draws with every appearance, a testament to Clark's influence and star power. This is the mark of a true competitor and an all-time great performer. It's the exact mindset every WNBA star should have toward her arrival. More and more players are beginning to embrace the energy and attention Clark has brought to the league. While early stories hinted at jealousy and tension, the narrative is shifting. Today, many recognize that her presence elevates everyone. It takes greatness to acknowledge greatness, and true legends already understand that Caitlin Clark is becoming one herself.